Hey, welcome to Plants Are My Therapy, and today I'm going to continue my series of videos on recycling used and disposable items and repurposing items found around the house, thrift store finds, and maybe valuable items into practical planters that could be used to grow plants in your house. The first step is to choose the plant. There are a lot of plants to choose from. Today I'm going to use the Chinese evergreen. This is the Sparkling Sarah cultivar. It has pink leaves, pink veins, and it can tolerate low light, which most indoor plants have to tolerate. And it can tolerate, well, it's very forgiving if you forget to water it. I bought this plant just for this video. I'm dividing this plant up into sections because after potting this plant, I want to make sure this plant will continue to grow and thrive over the next couple years because I don't want to be repotting every week or every month. This plant is a little big, so I'm going to divide them into sections because these plants already have shoots and they're going to fill out in practically no time. I'm going to be careful only to cut the top so I'll have roots on both ends, and this will be perfect. The next important thing is the potting mix. I'm very confident with this potting mix and I've developed it over many trials and errors. It's going to be 2 parts of potting soil, 1 part of perlite for drainage, aeration, and moisture retention, 1 part of volcanic cinder for aeration and drainage, and about half a part of orchid bark to prevent the nutrients from draining out with the drainage water. Then I'm going to use a used disposable water bottle modified and repurposed to be a plant pot to be used inside of a crystal or glass vase that I got at a thrift store for only 99 cents. I like the look of the clear bottle, so I put a layer of gravel on the bottom. This is to help with drainage, and I'm very confident in my soil recipe. I think this is the best recipe that I developed for indoor plants. And then I'm going to use my best plant first. It has a lot of roots, so I'm going to have to be very careful to get these roots gently situated inside of the pot. This plant section is very healthy. It already has 3 sprouts and it's going to fill up this pot very quickly. I'm going to gently put the soil in, and there's another technique that I'm going to use besides tapping it. But another reason why I like the clear bottles for potting these plants or using this technique is because you can see the air pockets and it's easy to tap them down and gently push the soil down. I have the plant a little lower than I would like, and that's for a good reason. After I get as much soil in as possible, I'm going to gently pull it up. See, there's air pockets in there. I don't know if you can see that, but there's air pockets. After I get as much soil shaken down there or tapped down there as possible, I'm going to probably use the finger just to feel if there's any loose soil that I could push down gently, because I don't want to traumatize this plant any further than I already have. I already rinsed off all the root ball and I divided this plant. So this plant is a little stressed, but this plant is also one of the toughest plants. Actually, all house plants, proven house plants, are pretty tough. After getting as much soil past the root ball, I gently tap the sides as I pull up the plant to decrease stress on the plant and the roots. This action will help the roots face downwards so the plant would continue to grow, and I won't have to repot this plant for at least several years. I'm careful to not injure any baby plants growing, and my top layer soil I use just regular potting mix. I don't use my mixture because I don't want the perlite to come floating to the top, making a moist layer that may attract gnats. Then I top the plant with sand, and this will also inhibit gnats, but it also will make the top layer of the soil heavier, so it will support the plant. It would stop any of the dry dirt from dusting out of the plant, and it will decrease the rate of evaporation. I want to only have to water my plants once a week. If I can go a week and a half to 2 weeks, that's even better. And with this fast draining soil, the plants won't be sitting in water, so there's a method to my madness. Notice how when I water this, the sand will gently mix with the top layer of soil, making another layer of soil that's a little heavier and a little denser. So this will decrease on the amount of dirt dusting out of here, and will decrease the risk of gnats making a home in here, and like I said, it will decrease the rate of evaporation, so I don't have to water frequently. This is the finished product. These are the clear liners, the modified water bottles inside of these clear glass vases that only cost maybe 50 cents to $1 from a thrift store. And look how nice they are. The pothos, the peace lily, and the Chinese evergreen are very sturdy and well-proven indoor plants. They are all easy care plants. They can last for years inside the house with minimal maintenance. They are very forgiving if you forget to water them. Just don't let them sit in water, and don't overwater them. And this plant was scraps that I just stuck into an old Starbucks cup that I just made holes in the bottom. And this pot, I sprayed silver in there, hoping that it will make it look nicer, a little bit more opaque, so it wouldn't show the markings of the Starbucks cup. But I liked the dirt shown through. It just looks nice. I like seeing the soil, and this is an easy way to check the roots and check for dryness and check if they need watering. And I just like the look of these plants this way. If you don't like the look of the dirt or seeing the soil or the roots of the plants, it's an easy fix. For a couple of dollars, you can buy spray paint. I sprayed this modified water bottle with chrome paint, and if you like the more modern metallic look, this will look good. So that's an easy fix. If you don't like the look of a clear vase, this is also an easy fix. The thrift store has many vases for about 50 cents to $1.50 in many different colors. I've gotten blue, green, amber, and clear, and there's a whole rainbow of colors that you can use to go with your decor. I hope I was able to give you some ideas of how to use your vases. I hope you were able to learn from my trials and errors. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching. Aloha.